We're here with Eric Melin because in the comics, we're going to talk about this. He's the best at what he does, and what he does isn't very nice. We're talking about Wolverine. He's back in a new movie this weekend, and this is where Scene Stealer's Eric Melin comes in. You got a sneak preview of it, so
yes.
Is it worth our money?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it is. And I was talking to Dave earlier in the break, and he was saying this time in the summer, there's a lot of superhero fatigue. And I agree with that. There's been a lot of superhero movies this year. This one actually doesn't feel like a superhero movie. It has a very small scope. It's basically Wolverine in Japan, and it's kind of a Western, a samurai movie, really. He's over there because a character from his past, who we're looking at right now, that's in the 40s, by the way, way back in Nagasaki, is now an old man, and he's dying, and he wants to be reunited with this guy who saved his life way back in World War II. And unfortunately, what happens for poor Wolverine is he gets caught up in a bunch of local trouble. The Yakuza, ninjas, this guy's daughter, and everything. And all of a sudden, it's this big crime drama where Wolverine is faced with the prospect of losing the powers that make him invincible, his healing powers. And so, like Iron Man 3 before this year, this movie goes right to the core of the human being behind the superhero.
Oh,
it gives Hugh Jackman a lot of time to breathe. He's not, you know, barred, or he's not weighed down by all these other superheroes like the X-Men movies, where there's so many people to concentrate on. And I think this movie actually succeeds as a drama, a crime drama on its own level.
Do you think people who aren't familiar then with the Wolverine comics would... that character, would they get this? Would they?
Absolutely. I don't think you need to know anything about what happened before to enjoy this film. It's a standalone film. It does get a little bit bogged down by the end when a lab shows up and there's, you know, some superpowered beings battling each other. I was kind of like, well, it's too bad we had to go there because they were avoiding it for so long. It was kind of refreshing. But I still think it's a really good movie. It's definitely the best Wolverine movie. 2009's X-Men Origins Wolverine was pretty unwatchable, so it's nice to see kind of a return to form. And if you are an X-Men fan, stay through the credits, because the final scene at the end will leave you wanting more.
Really?
The next X-Men movie is directed by Bryan Singer, the guy who started the franchise, and it looks to be pretty awesome.
All right, Eric. Thank you. Eric Melin with Scene Stealers.